With us now is Randi Weingarten, president of the American Federation of Teachers. Randi, welcome to you. Thank you for being here. You call this move lawless. Why?
So let me just say that these grants are all district and people facing, children facing. You're talking about monies that go for after school programs. You're talking about monies that go for acquisition, English language acquisition. You're talking about monies that go to train teachers. They've all been approved. These are grants that actually started in 2015, went through years and years of Trump administration, and were approved in the last budget, the Trump last budget. So when somebody says that they're for anything other than direct services for children and help for teachers to learn better strategies, they're just using that as an excuse because they're cutting money for students.
How about this argument from the Department of Education that says they question whether these programs that you just laid out are in line with the administration's priorities? How do you interpret that?
I interpret that just like they've had an assault on education from the day they came in. So they did a letter, for example, last February in the middle of the year, basically saying, if you don't get rid of everything that deals with welcoming students, saying that inclusion is okay, talking about the civil rights movement. If you don't get rid of all of these kinds of things, we're going to cut your funding. And they're basically saying the same thing right now. They don't believe in the last 60 years of the civil rights movement. They don't believe that every child should be treated equally. They don't believe in equal opportunity. So when they're saying that, that's what they're really saying. And the problem is this: whether you're talking about it morally or whether you're talking about the rule of law, every school teacher in America has to treat every child in her classroom equally. You have to meet the needs of every child. That's our moral responsibility. That's also our legal responsibility. So that's what teachers are trying to do. And these programs, like something to help teach kids who don't know English, or to help with after school programs when parents are working and you have kids in either a tutoring program or in an extracurricular program, that's what they're cutting.
How much of this, though, pardon the interruption, but I'm limited on time, Randi. How much of this, though, is about illegal immigration, that these programs, the after-school programs, the summer camps, even the migrant student education is going to kids of illegal immigrants? And how much of that is part of this larger debate with the administration?
Well, that may be their political debate, but legally, as a school teacher and as a district around the United States of America, there is, from 30 years ago, a case called Plyler v. Doe. We have an obligation as school teachers to teach every child in America. We don't look and say, do you have a green card or do you not? We have that obligation. And when they cut this funding, they're not just cutting it for people they don't like. They're cutting it for every American in America. And they're disproportionately hurting the schools in the states that voted for them.
I hear you. Teachers are caught in the middle of this. Boy, it's complex. Randi, I'm out of time. We're up against a commercial break, but we'll have you back and we'll continue this conversation and also the impact of the big, beautiful bill. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.